Hey, welcome back to the Big Grand Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, have you been a fan or a user of the StoryFire app? You know, it was created by Brian Spitz and, of course, McJuggernuggets from here on YouTube. You know, for a while there, McJuggernuggets had basically poured everything he had, time and money, into this new platform, StoryFire. He even left YouTube for a while in order to pursue, the marketing and things like that for StoryFire. It's unfortunate, though, because now as of February 1st, StoryFire will be no longer. Unfortunately, the fire has been snuffed out, I guess you could say. Now, there's always a chance that it could, something could happen and they'd be able to save it, but it doesn't look like it. Based on a video released by McJuggernuggets the other day, there's a lot of problems financially for the business, and he's put over $3 million into the app to make it better, to keep it funding, to keep it going, so we could use it. And I find it sad that it has to close down. I hope maybe someday there will be a competitor to YouTube. As of right now, there's not. That was just, there's just not another one just like it. I don't see working. You have other people saying they want to make one, but if you've sunk $3 million into a business and it didn't take off, or it didn't work, it didn't make you the money you thought it would make, maybe it's going to take a bigger business to do it. I don't know. But as of February 1st, it'll be gone from the App Store. It'll be gone from the website. So if you've used it and you haven't, you need to head over to the website, not the app, but the website, so you can get into it and get your stuff exported out into an email file. And hopefully you can get it from there. I was able to get most of my content. It showed up in an Excel spreadsheet format is how I ended up getting it. I'm having a problem with that because I don't have Excel, but I will be able to get the information by opening it in other open source things that I just don't have downloaded at the moment. But I really enjoyed this app. I thought it was fun. It was entertaining. I got to read, other people's creative stuff and stories. I got to watch some videos from some of them. And it had its issues, but all in all, as a startup and a new app and a new platform, I thought they did pretty well, at least for the user. Sadly, it wasn't going so well, behind the scenes for the business itself. And unfortunately, without investors, which they tried to get over the last year, they're not going to be able to continue. So StoryFire is no longer. It's on its way out, and I'm kind of sad about that because I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed writing on it. I enjoyed reading some stories. And no, I wasn't, like prolific in my writing on there, but I did have some stuff that I was writing, and some people really seemed to enjoy it. And at least the ones that read it seemed to enjoy it. And so it's disappointing. But I couldn't imagine how disappointed, people like McJuggernuggets probably are about this closing down. He put in his time and effort and money, a lot of money, and in the end, he doesn't really get a lot to show for it. But I want him and the other people that made the platform work. I want them to know that the fans of the platform. I think to us, you did a great job. I think it was an awesome adventure, and it made it. It did give us a place to go, away from YouTube. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And I'm sorry that you lost all that money, McJuggernuggets, at putting it together. And I'm sorry that it just seemed to not work out between you and your partner there. And I'm not going to get into the details. I mean, he's got a video. I'll try to link the description below to his video. But in the end, things weren't going well. Apparently between him and Brian, things weren't going well financially for the business. And it's really sad because it was a great app, a great thing, a great place for people to go to be able to write, show their creativity. And before StoryFire came around, I thought my creative side was just dead. I thought it was gone. And so the one thing I did discover by using that app is, my creativity is still there, and I can still do things that are creative. We'll just have to find a new outlet on where I send that. It's just one of those things, and unfortunately, you don't always, you don't always get things the way you want them. At the end of the day, it looks like McJuggernuggets will be headed back to YouTube to do his YouTube thing, more full time, and be able to do more for himself and his family. And maybe it'll all work out for the best. Maybe someday down the road, he'll find a way to, wrangle it back from, where it is now. Maybe not. I mean, they couldn't find investors. And, apparently, according to the video, he even, he even offered to put some more money into it. But Brian apparently has a controlling interest in the company, therefore, and Brian apparently, therefore, did not want to continue. So there's not much he can really do at that point. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for making a fun app, a fun place for us to go and get away from YouTube for a while, write things and stuff like that. It was awesome, and I want to thank you for the fun. Anyhow, check the link out in the description below to McJuggernuggets video, and I'll see you down the road.